Welcome to another episode of Fly Ventures at the Vise. This tutorial is a guide to tying the fleshy egg fly. The concept is to create a combination fly that represents both a chunk of decaying salmon flesh and a standard egg pattern. We begin with a size 10 heavy scud hook. Lay down a base of 70 denier thread. Take a 1-inch segment of glow bug yarn, divide it into thirds. Place 2 segments on opposing sides of the hook and a third on the top. Add a couple loose wraps to control the yarn position, then tighten and secure the yarn to the hook. Advance the thread towards the eye of the hook. Pull up on the 3 segments of yarn and cut straight across. Flick the eye of the hook a couple times to shape the egg. Cut a 1-inch segment of white glow bug yarn. Divide it into thirds. Gently pull the fibers apart to create a translucent sheet to be tied over the hook, folded back, and secured in place. Use a whip finish tool or use a half-hitch tool as I did here and trim the excess thread. Once forming the head is complete, pull back on the veil fibers and trim to the desired length. Next, tie in a segment of 20-pound mono and trim to length, allowing enough mono to run up the hook shank, be folded over on itself, and secured by wrapping thread back down the shank towards the completed egg. Remove the egg from the vise jaw and replace with the shank. Use the GSP thread to close the loops at both ends of the shank, being careful not to cut the thread on the sharp edges of the shank. Position the egg hook down, tie in the mono, wrapping threads forward towards the eye, then fold the mono over and apply ample thread to securely attach the egg. Trim the excess. Next, tie in the 2-inch dubbing brush. Tie in a segment of pink diamond braid. Advance your thread towards the eye of the shank. Tie in the dumbbell eyes on the opposite side of the shank from where the egg hook is pointing. Tie it in securely. Advance your thread to the eye of the shank. Wrap the diamond braid forward using touching turns. Hold onto it firmly or lose control of it as I did here. Repeat the process. Wrap the braid back up the shank, wrap the diamond braid around the dumbbell eye, and tie off securely. Trim the excess braid and thread. Now, palmer the dubbing brush forward, 2 touching wraps to start. Stroke the brush fibers back as you go. Spiral wrap in open turns until you reach the dumbbell. Then wrap over the top, then 2 to 3 more wraps in front, then tie off the brush securely. Trim the excess brush, push or pull the fibers back, and build a decent thread head. Use a permanent marker to color the thread and build up a colored head. Here, attempted to use a half-hitch tool, was too small for the shank eye. Finish the head with a couple of manual half-hitches. Here I used a cauterizing tool to burn off the excess fibers and clean up the shank eye. Apply some UV resin and cure. The flag fly is mostly complete. Use a slicker, dog brush, to smooth out the dubbing brush and free any trapped fibers. This is the completed flag fly in the vise and again in the test tank. My apologies for the bubbles. Had just refilled the tank and it takes some time for them to dissipate. Here is the material list. Give it a try. Let me know what you think and how it works for you. If you've stayed with me this long, thank you for watching.